9. Call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
This may be a relatively quick meeting. We'll see. Okay, don't say it out loud. All right. You can.
All right, I'd like to have a motion for consent on item 1.03, approval of the regular board meeting. On the recommendation of the superintendent to approve the November 17, 2025 regular board meeting agenda. That's him calling in.
No. All right.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that's good timing.
All right, I'd like to have a motion for consent for item 1.04, approval of the regular board meeting minutes. On the recommendation of the superintendent to approve the November 3rd, 2025 regular board meeting minutes.
Second.
Any questions on the November 3rd minutes? Please, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you, sir.
Nobody signed in?
Nope.
All right, no community relations, so that brings us to you.
Yeah, so our elementary report for this month is last Monday, November 10th. We honored our local veterans and active service members with a ceremony that included 5 school-wide songs sung by students, staff, and led by our talented Miss Downs. It was a beautiful ceremony. Teachers continue to assess reading levels with their students in one-on-one settings. This allows teachers to better understand their individual strengths and needs for each student to plan for the next steps in reading and learning instructions. The elementary student council is up and running, which means so is the elementary post office. Students are encouraged to write letters to each other and address it to special classroom addresses such as C19, Wisdom Walk, C27, Bluebell Lane. It is an authentic writing experience that keeps everybody connected throughout the school. Big Blue, Little Blue mentoring program kicks off this week. We have over 70 pairings of high school students and elementary students for this special after-school program. Just a reminder, parent conferences are underway, and November 24th and the 25th are half days for students so that teachers and families can meet. Report cards will be sent out Tuesday, November 25th.
Great. Well done.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know you have to run now.
Yes,
Okay. So, but I will say before you leave, great season.
thank you. It was a
Well
lot of fun.
You guys did a great job.
All this-
All right.
All the fall sports had a great wrap up to
Yeah.
their season. I think everybody's a lot to be proud of.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any administrative updates tonight? By night? Okay. Yeah, I guess that brings us to Superintendent Bostwick online. Can you hear us? You muted, John?
I can. Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone.
All right.
Feels a little different being on the other side of the screen here. For the community that's listening, I've been in Albany at a conference, New Superintendents Institute, which is a cohort of about 35 of us as new superintendents head out to Albany, either monthly or every other month, depending on the schedule, where we get together and learn about the superintendency as we're in it with, the real issues we're facing. So it's a great opportunity for us to connect, network, and learn from other very seasoned and experienced sitting superintendents right now. So had a great time in Albany and just getting back into the routine here. So I have a great update for you. I'll start out with the most recent linkages as been posted on the district website. I think I mentioned that last time. I just want everyone to know that it's currently being printed right now, and just want to encourage everyone to take a look at that. There's a lot of great information in there, especially some highlights from our Veterans Day celebrations that we had from our elementary and middle school. We invited our veterans in, and there were a good handful that came and shared their story, and the students were able to sing and honor them, which is a great opportunity for the students to understand the importance of our veterans and all they have done, past and present, to support us and continue to protect us as a nation. One of the things that I always like to live by is they represent about 1% of our population and protect all 100%. So thank you to our veterans very much, and we want to honor you each and every day, not just on Veterans Day. Also want to make a plug for the upcoming musical, which is Newsies. That's going to be a showing on Friday evening, November 21st, as well as Saturday, the 22nd in the evening, and a matinee on Sunday, the 23rd. So get your tickets. They're posted online. I send it out through Parent Square, but you can always get your tickets online. As well, there's a link on our website, and we hope to see the community coming out and watching what's sure to be a great show. Just want to
Something.
season, bringing the start of unified sports to Geneseo Central School District. The program pairs students with intellectual disabilities with students without intellectual disabilities, creates a very inclusive environment for them to work together, and there are so many benefits from it. Some of the highlights that I would like to share that came from our student athletes is the new parent or the new peer relations that were formed, new friendships during both the activities, which led to additional connections amongst the students, even in school, maybe connections that wouldn't naturally happen all the time. Increases what a great sense of belonging and confidence in all of our participants. There are some great student testimonials highlighting that feeling of connection and being part of a team, where some of our student athletes wouldn't have the opportunity to compete. So now they have that opportunity to compete as an athlete. And the best part of the unified sports is, that those students can shine and be in the spotlight. So there were some fantastic opportunities for kids to do this unified bowling, and we're looking into what we can do to next bring on unified basketball. So we're looking into that as well, and there'll be more to come. I would like to announce that I'm offering some opportunities to connect with families through what I'm calling coffee and soup conversations, not actual soup, S-O-U-P, but S-U-P-E. So coffee with the superintendent. It's just kind of a nice play on words, but it's a great opportunity for the families to come in, sit down. I will share some updates on some initiatives and things going on in the district, such as our capital construction, capital improvement project, our communication systems that we're developing, other systems within the district, and more. Just a great, genuine conversation that I'm looking to have with families that would like to come in and offer a question and answer session as well. And those dates will be Monday, December 1st at 4:30 in the large cafeteria, and Friday, December 5th at 9 a.m. in the large cafeteria. I wanted to make sure I hit a couple of different time periods for those who work and who do not. So hopefully we'll see some people there. We'll have some coffee and some great conversation. Next is, we continue to focus on our comprehensive review of our safety procedures. The team staff has done a great job in all the procedures we've been practicing, wrapping up our fall drills, but really looking into many different situations that you wouldn't necessarily always plan for. But, the more we have conversations around those unique circumstances, the better prepared we are. So we also created an emergency practices document, a resource that was sent out to parents through Parent Square. So please check that out. And that is kind of a two-pager, one to really focus on some of the things that might actually happen, such as an early dismissal. If by some chance our building becomes not usable for some reason, like a loss to utilities, could be inclement weather, what those procedures look like and how parents can help out with that. Same thing with a lockout. For instance, if there is an emergency situation somewhere within the community, we have a lockout situation, kind of explains a little bit more about that procedure and what parents can do. as well as a lockdown if that were to ever take place. And some of the things that the parents can do is just to have those conversations with their students and know your emergency pickups and who those people might be, as well as making sure all of your information is updated in the parent in our school tool process or school tool platform, and that'll be very helpful. I would also like to say, if you haven't heard already, there's a huge celebration and congratulations to Simon Aguilar, who went on to represent Geneseo at the cross country state meet this past weekend. And Simon finished 6th out of 124 runners in Class D competition. So what an amazing accomplishment. So congratulations to Simon, Coach Morans, and the entire team on a great season. I think we just heard Allie mention all of the accomplishments. I highlighted some other fall accomplishments as we were wrapping up most of the season at our last board meeting. So thank you to all of our athletes for representing the district very well as our coaches for teaching and being great role models for sports, not just on the field, but for also all those other lessons that we want to teach our students, such as, teamwork, camaraderie, resilience, grit, all of those different things that we get out of sports. I will also, just to let you guys know, be giving a more comprehensive update on the capital improvement project at our next board meeting, which will be December 1st. And that wraps up my update. So any questions from any board members at this time?
Well said.
Well, thank
Good,
you.
great update, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Audit finance did not meet.
We didn't meet, but we did have some additional fact finding that we were doing. We had asked Stephanie for some additional information. She got that to us promptly. So as we prepare for the upcoming budget season, we had asked her to, she gave us a rough estimate of,
Yes, all right, that's good.
if of the initial tax cap. And then we asked her
Tax cap
for,
options.
yeah, and we asked her for the
Thank
full
you.
gamut of options. That's going to be essential for her.
You, Gretchen, you haven't been through this yet. But this, what Matt is referring to, really gives us some guidance as to what happens if we go to this tax cap versus that tax cap and a variety of options. So long laundry list of options. All right, thank you. Well, there's a couple more things in tonight's agenda that we'll touch on. Any policy update in that tonight?
No, we didn't meet tonight. Lena had sent out 13 policies for review for the policy committee. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll review those. Get back and have a very good presentation at the December 1st board.
Thank you. Any update on GCEF?
We met last Thursday and we approved 3 new projects and discussed changes that they've made. Emily Morgan has worked with Alina on making changes to the GCF part of the website. So that's in the process of adding even more. We have our contribution from Coast, which was $12,000. It's a tremendous amount, extremely generous. And we also have an additional donation from the Long Agency for $1,000. So that was agreed on by the board to donate $1,000 to the food pantry, and the rest will continue to be surplus for the Emergency Coast Cares Fund and GCF.
Well done, thank you. Great program. And with that, moving right along, go to personnel.
Under personnel, I'd like to ask for consent motion for items 8.02 to 8.07.
Any questions on any of the personnel? We're approving 2 leave of absence tonight. Best wishes to both as they enter maternity leave. Elena, you be one.
We'll need it.
Any questions on personnel? Motion made in second, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, so moved.
Under section 9, new business, I'd like to ask for consent motion for items 9.02 through 9.05.
Second.
The only comment I'll make at this point is great job on the reserve accounts. Stephanie, audit team. A lot of good information in there in terms of the target amounts and the purpose and the funding, and so it's well done. It was probably the best one I've seen in that regard, so thank you for that. Any other comments on any of the other items? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved.
Under section 10, business office, I'd like to ask for a consent motion for 10.02 and 10.03.
Second.
Questions on items 10.02 and 10.03? 10.03 being the tax collector's report. What is about to be turned? Does it go to the county now already? Okay. All right. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so moved.
Section 11 for you for old business.
Anything on old business? We don't have anything, do we? Comes to my report, so the only thing I'll mention tonight, we've already talked about the reserve accounts. I know Superintendent Bostwick said at the next meeting, they'll have an update on the capital improvement project. He and I have gone through the schedule. There's a lot of things a lot of moving parts. And I think it's gonna get even more challenging as we have to reach out to the college for what during the schedule as we start unfolding all of the sports, and I know here we go, round 2 again. So that's, it's not too early to start talking to a number of folks at various institutions.
We at least have a competition gym on site
Correct.
as
That
compared
is
to
correct.
last time, so
That is a good point.
a half a foot ahead.
We're further ahead. The other item I'll mention tonight is I did circulate a rough draft of budget goals. I've asked kind of in process wise that the audit finance committee review those first, and then we kind of circulate it from there for the rest, and we'll come back to sometime in the December timeframe of full public discussion and so on. But they are started with Mike and Superintendent Bostwick and I have kind of met and gone through and drafted some things. I think it's pretty consistent with what we've been talking about. I don't know if there's anything we've missed from your perspectives, but please look them over. And closer we get, the more we can have audit kind of weigh in and take it from there. So, all right.
We'll probably talk about it at the next meeting.
With that, that's all I have for tonight. Anything else? Here, on there, over here.
Executive session, section 14, adjournment. I'd like to have a consent motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:18.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That was fast. Sorry, folks.
Those
We're
kids'
gonna have to fight.
participation in government missed this one.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one of the-
I got 2 things for you to say.
Okay.